Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the party. I'm your boy Numbskull, and today we're diving into one of the most popular, intense, shortest lasting, and genuinely alien psychoactive substances known to modern neuroscience, Salvia Divinorum. Now, before we get into this, I want to say I am fucked from Finnebute right now, so, if I fuck up anything or I sound different, that's why. Salvia has a reputation that's all over the place. Some people treat it like a legal novelty, while others describe it as the most powerful experience of their lives. And pharmacologically, it stands in a category almost completely by itself. This isn't a psychedelic in the traditional sense. It doesn't work like LSD, psilocybin, or DMT. It doesn't even work like dissociatives. The mechanism behind salvia is something entirely different. So let's break it down, baby. The primary active compound in Salvia Divinorum is Salvinorin A, and by the way, I will make a video on Salvinorin B on its own, if I feel like it. Anyway, what makes Salvinorin A remarkable right off the bat is its structure. It's not an alkaloid, it contains no nitrogen, and that alone makes it unusual among psychoactive compounds, since most classic drugs that affect the brain are nitrogen-containing amines. Even more important than its structure is its target. Salvinorin A is a highly selective kappa opioid receptor agonist, not mu-opioid, kappa. That distinction changes everything. Most people are familiar with mu-opioid receptor activation because that's the pathway associated with, substances like morphine or heroin. Mu activation tends to produce analgesia, warmth, and euphoria. Kappa opioid receptor activation, on the other hand, produces almost the opposite psychological profile. The kappa receptor is heavily involved in stress signaling, dysphoria, and perception of aversion. When Salvinorin A activates kappa receptors, it disrupts dopamine release in key reward circuits, particularly in the nucleus accumbens. Instead of increasing dopamine like stimulants or many recreational drugs, kappa activation can suppress it. That suppression is part of why salvia experiences often feel disorienting, neutral, or even emotionally uncomfortable rather than euphoric. At the neural level, kappa receptor activation changes how information flows through cortical and subcortical networks. Sensory integration becomes unstable. The brain's internal model of the body and environment begins to fragment. One of the hallmark features of salvia is complete alteration of spatial awareness. Users often report becoming objects, merging with environments, or losing any sense of being a human observer. This isn't just a visual distortion, it's a collapse of the normal boundary between self and world. Unlike serotonergic psychedelics, which tend to enhance pattern recognition and emotional amplification, salvia often feels like the brain's orientation system has been rotated or flipped entirely. Up may feel sideways, inside may feel outside, linear time can vanish entirely. Another critical feature is duration. When smoked or vaporized, Salvinorin A has an extremely rapid onset, often within seconds. Peak intensity can occur in under 2 minutes, and the entire experience may resolve within 15 to 20 minutes. That compressed time frame contributes to the shock factor. There's little ramp up and little time to cognitively prepare. Pharmacokinetically, Salvinorin A is highly lipophilic and rapidly crosses the blood-brain barrier. It is also metabolized relatively quickly, which explains the short-lived nature of the experience, despite its intensity. Oral traditional preparations, such as quid chewing, produce slower and less overwhelming effects because absorption is more gradual through the oral mucosa. Now, subjectively, reports often include dissolution of physical body awareness, perception of entering alternate dimensions or narratives, becoming inanimate objects or abstract concepts, encountering autonomous entities, experiencing looping realities, or being pulled sideways, and a few others. These effects likely arise from kappa-mediated disruption of thalamocortical signaling. The thalamus acts as a sensory relay station. When its modulation is altered, the filtering of sensory and internal information changes dramatically. Salvia does not typically produce the bright geometric visuals associated with classic psychedelics, but instead it tends to generate fully immersive, reality replacement experiences. People don't just see patterns, but they may feel as though the current environment has been overwritten entirely. From a safety perspective, Salvinorin A does not significantly depress respiration, and it does not act on serotonin receptors, meaning it does not carry risks like serotonin syndrome, or, just stopping breathing. It also does not appear to produce classical physical dependence in the way, say, opioids acting on mu receptors do. However, the intensity of the experience introduces a different kind of risk: behavioral unpredictability. Because motor coordination and environmental awareness can be severely disrupted, physical safety during the experience is crucial. The body may move while the sense of self is totally elsewhere. Psychologically, salvia can be destabilizing for some individuals, particularly those unprepared for abrupt ego dissolution. The lack of euphoria combined with extreme perceptual change can feel confusing or overwhelming. And another interesting element I'd like to bring up is tolerance. Salvinorin A produces rapid but short-lived tolerance, meaning repeated use within a short window diminishes effects, but sensitivity returns fairly quickly after abstinence. This pattern differs from classical psychedelics, which build cross-tolerance through serotonin receptor downregulation. Because salvia operates primarily through kappa receptors, it exists in its own pharmacological lane. It doesn't cross-tolerate significantly with LSD, psilocybin, or dissociatives. From a broader neuroscience perspective, salvia provides researchers with a powerful tool for studying consciousness. By selectively activating kappa receptors, scientists can observe how altering dopamine regulation and stress-related signaling reshapes perception of self and reality. It highlights something profound about the brain. You don't need to stimulate pleasure pathways to radically alter awareness. Simply disrupting how the brain encodes identity and spatial orientation is enough to produce experiences that feel, completely otherworldly. When you zoom out, Salvia Divinorum stands as one of the most pharmacologically unique psychoactive plants or substances period known. A non-nitrogenous molecule acting selectively at kappa opioid receptors capable of producing total immersive dissociation within seconds and resolving just as quickly. It doesn't fit neatly into the psychedelic category, it doesn't behave like a stimulant, it's not a sedative. It is its own phenomenon. And understanding that mechanism strips away some of the mystery while making the experience no less fascinating from a neuroscience standpoint. And that is going to be wrapping up this mind and molecule deep dive on Salvia Divinorum and its main active, Salvinorin A. I do hope you all enjoyed this one. Salvia seems to be one of the most famous and sought after experiences out there, especially with people just stepping into the world of substance use. If you enjoyed hearing about this like I enjoyed teaching you about it, do consider leaving a like and subscribing to my YouTube channel. A TikTok follow would be cool too, if you make your way over there. If you're on TikTok by default, go check out my damn YouTube already. You are missing out, and you don't want to miss out, as in the next day or two, I should have the Shooting the Shit special guest spectacular up. It's gonna be interesting, to say the least. And like I said, you do not want to miss this, so pop on those post notifications and stay tuned. Comment any requests you may have down below, and if you've a story of your own you'd like to share and hear me read on the channel, you can submit it most effectively via my Instagram or my Facebook. Stay frosty, stay curious, and most importantly as always, stay safe out there. And with that, I would of course love to see all of you in the next one. Peace.